Greetings to all. Welcome to Future Officers Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the daily current affairs from April 6 to 8. To know more daily current affairs, follow our video. Today our first topic is Green Credit Program. What is the Green Credit Program and why it is in news? States provide green credits on thousands of hectares of degraded forest land. Basically, this program is to provide credits to individuals, communities, private organizations, or corporates for their environmental actions. It also encourages individuals or organizations to do voluntary environmental actions in diverse sectors. The Green Credit Program will cover number of activities. Here, the characteristics of Green Credits Program is this projects list of degraded wastelands that both individuals and organizations can use for planting. Also, what does it concerns about? The Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change launched the Green Credit Program in 2023 to advance the it is lifestyle for environment. This movement was announced by Prime Minister in 2021. The Green Climate Program is a novel market driven mechanism that aims to encourage voluntary environment actions by a range of stakeholders, including individuals, communities, private sectors, and the companies. An interministerial steering committee provides support for the GCP governance. What the Green Credit Program will cover, the activities are: first, the waste management, which collection of segregation and environmentally sound management. Next, the air pollution. Measures to reduce air pollution have been done under this. Next, the water management, water conservation, water harvesting are all those done under this. Next, the sustainable agriculture to promote a natural and farming productivity and the soil health, also the nutritional value of food. These are the basic activities of green credit. What are the carbon credits which are related to as like the green credits? It is similar to Green Credit Program, the carbon credit. In carbon credit program, private companies trade their carbon emitting limits to others. Every company has limit up to emissions can be done. If it is emits lesser than the limit, the balance can be traded to other companies, and the companies that emit less can be awarded credits. Thus, they make money by reducing the emissions. Our next topic is influenza A H5N1 virus. Why it is in news? Since from 2020, a highly pathogenic type of bird flu H5N1 has been spreading across the globe, posing an existential threat to birds and wildlife. The virus has infected birds in more than 80 countries. Now it is found in dairy cows across 6 US states. What is bird flu and what about it is? Bird flu is also known as avian flu. It refers to an infectious viral illness that mainly infects and spreads among poultry and some wild birds. There are different strains of bird flu virus which have been circulating for a long time among at least 100 bird species without much harming them. What are the causes of concern of this flu? For time to time, a form of flu virus jumps from wild birds to poultry farms and replicates in cramped warehouse of farmed birds. If then quickly evolves into a highly pathogenic flu virus that causes a larger wave of illness and death than usual among the birds. Here, what is H5N1 avian flu? Is exactly as the H5N1 is a type of influenza virus that causes highly infectious severe respiratory disease in birds called avian influenza. Basically, it is a subtype of influenza A virus. Influenza A virus are classified by subtypes based on properties of their surface proteins. There are 18 different hemagglutinin subtypes and 11 different neuraminidase subtypes. For example, you can have like AH1N1 and AH3N2 or those. Where Thus, the origin and circulation of this influenza have been spread. The currently circulating type is H5N1 has descended from a virus that caused an outbreak on a goose farm in China. The new version of H5N1 first emerged in Europe in 2020 and the rapidly reached in Africa and Asian countries. In February 2024, the virus stormed through mainland of Antarctica. What are the reasons behind this large scale of spread of this virus is the exact factors behind the large outbreak of this bird flu are still largely unknown. Some scientists suggest that one reason could be climate change. According to the studies, soaring global temperatures impact the behavior of birds in such a way that exacerbates the spread of the flu. Higher sea surface temperature might also be the problem. And what are the symptoms seen in human by this flu are there may be symptoms like fever, sore throat, cough, muscle aches, nausea, stomach pain, diarrhea and vomiting. Individuals also may experience alternated mental status and severe respiratory illness such as pneumonia, viral pneumonia, acute respiratory distress and difficult in breathing. Avian influenza, what does in India is India has been proclaimed a free of avian influenza in 2019 and the World Organization for Animal Health has been informed of this development. On the other hand, outbreaks of H5N1 and H5N8 avian influenza in poultry were documented in 15 Indian states in December 20 and early 2021. What are the treatment can be done for this is the evidence that certain antiviral medications can be shorten the time that the virus can replicate and increase the survival rates. The concerns of the influenza is the infection in human can cause severe disease and has high mortality rate. Also, this virus were to change and become easily transmissible from person to person while retaining its capacity to cause severe disease. The consequences for public health could be very serious. Next, our topic is United Nations human rights. Why it is in news? In Human Rights Council resolution, India abstained from voting in favor of calling on Israel to declare an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. What is about Union Human Rights Commission? The council was created by the United Nations General Assembly in 2006. It replaced the former United Nations Commission on Human Rights. The Human Rights Council is an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system responsible for strengthening the promotion and protection of human rights around the world. Who are the members of this commission are 47 United Nations member states are in the elected by UN General Assembly. The headquarters is located in Geneva in Switzerland. What are the procedures and the mechanisms of UNHC is universally periodical review is their major thing to serve assess the human rights situations in all United Nations member states. Also, it acts as an advisory committee. It serves as a council of think tank and also it is a complaint procedure. It allows individuals and organizations to bring human rights violations to their attention. And also UN special procedures have been made by making up a special reappropriators, special representatives, independent experts and working groups that monitor, examine, advise and publicly report on thematic issues or human rights situations in the specific countries. There are, as like I said, there are 47 member states in by direct and secret ballot elected members in the membership. The UNGA takes into an account the candidate states' contribution to promotion and protection of human rights as well as their voluntary pledges and commitments in this regard. African states are nearly 13 seats Asian Pacific states have 13 seats, Latin American and Caribbean states have 8 seats, Western European and other states have 7 seats, Eastern European states have 6 seats. Members of the council serve for a period of 3 years and are not eligible for immediate re-election after serving 2 consecutive terms of their. What are the working of this council is? The Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the UNHRC collaborate closely. Also, the Commission participates in special procedures of UN as well. The UN Human Rights Council special procedures are staffed by impartial human rights specialists. Their mandate entitles reporting and providing advice on human rights from a perspective that is either country specific or thematic. Our next topic is RBI Monetary Policy Committee. Why it is in news is the repo rate is kept at its current level by MPC. Generally, what is meant by monetary policy? The monetary policy is a set of actions to control a nation's overall money supply and achieve economic growth. These are the basic things of monetary committee. And the monetary committee is tasked with determining the necessary policy rate to meet the inflation target as stated in section 45 ZB. The Monetary Policy Commission is composed of 6 members as stated. Next, what is the expansionary monetary policy? The goal of an expansionary monetary policy is to raise the amount of money in an economy. The RBI lower policies rates such as the bank rate, reverse repo, MSF and repo rates when it implements expansionary monetary policy. What is contractionary monetary policy is? The goal of a contractionary monetary policy is to reduce the money supply in a financial system. Another name for is a tight monetary policy. By raising interest rates, a contractionary monetary policy is put into the effect which lowers market liquidity. The RBI policy rates such as bank rate, reverse repo, MS and repo where it implements a contractionary monetary policy. What is policy repo rate? The repo rate is an interest rate at which a nation's central bank, in this case the Reserve Bank of India, lends money to commercial banks in event that there is funding shortage. What is standing deposit facility? The RBI which allow banks to park excess liquidity with it through the SDF liquidity window. It differs from the reverse repo facility in the banks are not needed to offer collateral in order to park funds. What is a bank rate? It is the interest rate that RBI charges on loans to the commercial banks. Cash reserve ratio. It is the commercial banks are required by CRR to maintain a minimum amount of deposits. Statutory liquid ratio. The minimum percentage of deposits in a commercial bank must hold in gold or cash or in any other form of securities is known as SLR, statutory liquid ratio. What are the projections of GDP growth in the monetary policy? Is the economic output of from the perspective of consumers is provided by the gross domestic product. Inflation projection is the rate at which price rises over a specified time period is known as inflation. Usually, an inflation is measured broadly as in the case of the country's cost of living increase or general price increase. The next topic is green hydrogen. Why in news it is? Due to a climate change and global warming, we are moving more towards renewable energy. So, green hydrogen is a form of renewable energy as the hydrogen is obtained with any greenhouse emissions. Here, The process of obtaining hydrogen differs in various types. How the hydrogen is obtained gives the name of the hydrogen as blue, green, grey, and more, etc. The types of hydrogen are that given below. First, the blue hydrogen. It producing the hydrogen by natural gas. Result products is hydrogen and CO2. The grey hydrogen is using methane. It is done by currently this process in use. Black and brown hydrogen by coal and which causes environmental damage. Hydrogen made from any fossil fuel is called as black or brown hydrogen. Next, the pink hydrogen. By electrolysis process, this is being done. The electricity is generated through the nuclear energy. Yellow hydrogen. Hydrogen produced by electrolysis using solar energy and now referred as yellow hydrogen. White hydrogen. Naturally acquiring hydrogen in the underground. Green hydrogen is defined as the hydrogen produced with the emission of CO2 not more than 2 kg per kg of hydrogen. Bureau of Energy Efficiency under Ministry of Power will be the nodal authority for the accreditation of these agencies. To enhance the green hydrogen production in our country, the government has launched the National Green Hydrogen Mission and Strategic Interventions for Green Hydrogen and Transition Program. By these programs, government support domestic production of electrolyzers and incentives for the technology development. Next, the topic is chital. Chital is nothing but as a spotted deer. Why it is in news is invading the Subhash Chandra Bose Island in the Andaman Sea are these deers. It is the native to Indian subcontinent. These animals mainly feed on grasses throughout the year. They follow a diet such as herbs, shrubs, foliage and fruits. It is slightly reddish brown with white spots and only males have antlers and their bodies are larger than females. Its lifespan is generally 15 years. It is inhabitant to open deciduous forests and the grassland. During British period, these deer been introduced to Andaman Islands for hunting game. These deer now became invasive for that area. Its IUCN status is least concern. That's all from our today's topics. To get more MCQs and daily current affairs, you can join our Telegram channel. Also, to download this PDF, you can join our Telegram channel. The link will be provided in a description. Thank you.